Let me, before you close, I brought this latest of my book on the Meko. Okay. For presentation to the commission. Thank you very much.
Wow. Every time any of our guest speakers leave the podium here, the first word that comes out of my mouth is wow. Once again, I am ever so proud to be a Yoruba man. I am so proud to have cousins and brothers and sisters all over the world. And in fact, I'm just proud. I'm just proud. I'm proud. It's nice to see oneself beyond states and political boundaries and know that what binds us is not artificial lines, they are not countries, they are not states. You know, it's something spiritual, something deeper, and Professor has not done nothing but emphasize that again today, and I thank you very much for that, sir. We will take questions, because I'm sure there's a lot of questions. You know.
I'm not going to ask a question. I'm going to make comments. Well, Professor ASIWAJU, we had gone before you got to University of Ibadan. You see this boy? we entered the university in 1953. It happened that, you see, you have opened our eyes, and I wish I could take you to my church, because the bishop, the provost, certain things you want to do, they say you are a pagan. I'm one of those. I want the masquerades to come out every year. No. It's culture. You see, from what you said, I told you, I went in 1967 to Salvador Bahia for a cocoa conference. And I went to the market, the ordinary market, and somebody, I looked around like this. So, so I went to the Nigerian, Arabinimi, Yoruba. One named Professor Lashibikan, who happens to be from Kudeti. Tinkwa one ni Irole. Obashik ni draw. Okan table kan báyìí lọ́jà ni o. Oba mu we. Ara we tan fi ko wa ni. Ǹjẹ́ rí Chief Aboderin ńbẹ̀? Mo ní bàbá mi Aboderin mi. Now, not only no one sọ Yorùbá, nírọ̀lẹ́ wọ́n mú mi lọ Capoeira. Ngba wa nkeke 1940s. Kò sí Saturday tí wọn ò jágbà ní Mapo. Ọ̀la Saturday wọn ò jágbà ní Salvador. Ní Saturday tí ń bọ̀ yìí. Every Saturday wọ́n á lọ sí ibẹ̀. Wọ́n dá agbo báyìí. Eléyìí ò ṣe dáadáa, èmi ò wọṣọ èbó. Mi ò orí lọ́rùn mi rí. Mi ò wọṣọ èbó kankan. So ìgbà tí wọ́n mú mi lọ, tá fẹ́ wọlé. Are there anybody who doesn't speak Yoruba here? Wọ́n ní wọ́n á sanwó. Wọ́n ní èèyàn wa lélẹ̀. mi ò san kankan. A bá lọ jókòó. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ n tán pè ní wrestling. Ẹnìkan ó bọ́ ságbo. Àti dúdú àti funfun o. Tó bá bọ́ ságbo. Ẹnìkan á wá challenge. Tán bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí jà tó bá là. Ẹ̀mẹ́ta ló ń láti là o. Tó bá ti là. Ìyẹn kò wọ́n pàtẹ́wọ́ ẹlòmíì ó tún bọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ṣó ti yé yín? Sátidé lọ́la ìṣẹ́ wọn ó jagbà. Ǹjẹ́ rí i wọ́n kàn jagbà ń mọ̀ pọ̀ mọ́? All right. Number 2. Kò sí nǹkan tí wọ́n ṣe. Ìbá ṣe gọ́vùnà nǹkan kan wọ́n ó jẹ gàrí. Abẹ́ẹ̀kọ́? Now, ìgbà tí mo dé Rio, mo sọ fún ẹ, mo ń lọ ní Copacabana Beach. Mo bá rí Délé Akadre, the ambassador of Nigeria. Délé kí ló ń ṣe bí? Ó ní kí lèmi náà ń ṣe bí? Ó lóun ní ambassador. Okay o. Mo dẹ̀ ti sọ fún ẹ. As a digression. Torí pé mi wọṣọ èbó. Wọ́n tiẹ̀ ní pátì kan rọ̀ lé ṣé máa wá. Àwọn wá gbé mi. Lábá lọ, mo wá gbádà mi. Ó dress by. Ṣé rí bá ti débẹ̀? The British ambassador. Oh, hello, Mr. Ambassador. This is the man. Ngbà tá a tún dé kiri gbogbo wọn èmi ni hello Mr. Ó nìyó mo ní Délé sórí pé wọ́n la kọ̀wé mi. Àwọn wọ́n ròyìn pé ngbà tó jẹ́ ambassador ó láti wọṣọ Nàìjíríà àbí kò yé ni wọ́n bá sọ fún mi pé lọ́la o wọ́n á ṣe Yemọja. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé òkòkò Yemọja ǹjẹ́ tẹ́ lè gbàbẹ̀ àbí òye yín? Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé láyé ìjọ́un wọ́n ṣe Yemọja ń bàdàn yìí? Ní arúgbá gbogbo wọn bá gbé lọ sókun nǹkan kan. Ní tí mò ń sọ ni pé mo wá pé Brazilian friend mi everywhere ló ń bá mi lọ ló mú lọ Salvador kankan. Kí ló dé tó jẹ́ pé ń jẹ́gbà? Kí ló dé tẹ̀ ń ṣe? Ó lóòótọ́ ẹ̀ tí ì rí nǹkan kan. Ṣé o mọ̀ pé a máa padà sí Salvador? A ń láti lọ rí àwọn ìjọ olóòṣà. La bá débẹ̀ wọ́n wọṣọ funfun bá ṣe ń ṣe ń bí. Àwọn tó bá jọkùnrin wọn dirun báyìí. Bí ẹni tẹ́ pè ní chief priest ó wà níwájú. Ẹ̀bùnmi wẹ̀ you know. Yorùbá náà fi ń ṣe service o. So mo á bi wọ́n pé kí ló dé tó jẹ́ pé ẹ̀ ń ṣe gbogbo eléyìí ṣé ẹ̀sìn yín nìyí? Wọ́n ní Catholic làwọn. Mo ní kí ló wá dé tẹ́ wá ń ṣe gbogbo àṣà ó yàtọ̀ sí ẹ̀sìn. Pé gbogbo wa o Catholic ni wá but àgbégún àjàgbà á ṣe Yemọja. Ṣé àmọ̀ pé ní Brazil wọ́n ti sọ Yemọja di national holiday. Everybody celebrates. You see what I'm trying to say here? We are killing our culture. Torí pé kíni wọ́n á sọ pé téèyàn bá jẹ́ Christian ló bá jẹ́ Muslim. Kíni jẹ́ léegun? Mo ní n ó gbé. No, you understand what I'm saying? We must not let our culture die. So like you said, Alakija, ṣebí from Salvador ni. Ferreira, Santos dájọ́ one class. Ṣé bó mọ̀ pé Brazilian quarters lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ gbogbo wọn Salvador wọn ti wá. Ṣó ti yé báyìí Oge Alakija ó sì wà o, he's about 80 years old. He's from Salvador. Ṣó ti yé ẹni tí mò ń sọ? But of course.
Where is Siyan?
Are you Brazilian too?
I am beginning to plagiarize.
So nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ fún wọn especially àwọn ọ̀dọ́ wa ni pé ẹ̀sìn ó yàtọ̀ sí àṣà. Tó ti yé ẹ má jẹ́ kí àṣà Yorùbá kó kú torí pé kíni èkíní mi ò fẹ́ gba àsìkò yín púpọ̀ o. Nígbà tí mo sọ pé mi ò wọ aṣọ èbó ó nìyí. Nígbà wà ní yunifásitì wọ́n sọ pé club méjì Sigma club social circle mo bá join social circle wọ́n bá ní wọn ó ṣe dínà mo bá wọ gbádà wọ́n ní ò lè wọlé báyìí mo lórí ẹ̀ ò dáa ṣé tí bàbá ẹ̀ ń wọ̀ nìyí èmi nìkan ní wọ́n fi ṣe exception agbádá mi mò ń wọ̀ mi ò ní tie títí dòní mi ò ní trouser okùn mo fi di eléyìí o ṣó ti yé now number 2 èmi ni the first African qualified African tó ṣiṣẹ́ ní Cocoa Research Institute 1963 February 1 I was the first person with PhD with everything mo débẹ̀ èbó ní gbogbo wọn. Now some funny tricks they play mi ò tiẹ̀ fẹ́ sọ yẹn apart from the fact that they cut my salary by 27% hoping that I won't accept and I accepted. So kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ mo bá wọ bùbá mi mo lọ sí lab mo lọ sí office mo ṣe kí Mr. Kenton bá pè mí after 1 month ọ̀gá pápátá Dr. Are, we have a dress code here. How come you are dressed like this? Mo ní, sir, you are not well dressed. Ó wò mí báyìí pé kí lọkùnrin yìí ń sọ yìí ọ̀gá pápátá. Mo bá ní, sir, let us go out. It was January so mo kó orú mú gan. Mo ní when we go out tó dìbí rẹ̀ mo ní you will need fire brigade to cool you down. So ìgbà tó sọ ó bá sọ pé máa wọṣọ rẹ o ṣùgbọ́n don't infect others. Mo wá pé gbogbo èèyàn pé ẹ máa dress bí mi kò sẹ́ni tí ó punish yín torí ẹnìkan kan ò lè punish mi. You understand me? They started to wear whatever they chicken kankan ẹnìkan kan ò punish ẹnìkan torí àwọn kan sọ pé banker ń láti kẹ̀sí nonsense ṣé banker not ń wọ suit àbí kò yé okay tèmi báyọ̀ ló jókòó yìí wọ́n nígbà tó dé lónìí àwọn ọmọ ọmọ torí pé kò suit mo ní ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ dress dáadáa ní. Now ìgbà tí mo wà ní diplomatic corps I was deputy head so Jacques Diouf ló wá ní oh Dr. Are are you busy? Mo ní oh no you want to see me? Oh yes. Mo ní oh no I'm coming there. We were on the same UN scale. We were directors in UN then. Over there. Only you see, we have to lay good examples for the staff. Money, yes, about what? Only I'm not well dressed. I mean, can't call you. In the whole place, everybody put the president's picture with suit. Talbot, Tiwapa. I put Talbot on. In Agbada, Olofa Kanti, Wamba saw the chief. Wamba Agbada, Wamba ya photo in the Migbe. Money, Jacques. Is the president not well dressed? Only that is different. Money, what is different? You should be ashamed of yourself. You are from Senegal. Our people copy your boo-boo. They do this, they do this. You have good dress. You are wearing rubbish. You are more French than the French. From that day, Diouf started to wear agbada. You understand what I'm saying? In other words, if you go to Kakanfo now, don't you see the people serve you? They are in Nigerian dress. Tell you, Obama say Nigerian tailor you say man tadada. Abiko yen, you to call Matthew to man ṣiṣẹ́. SFM was said that, but in Timon try that is so. This time, August 28, I left Cuba. Abiko yen, Cherimbe, gbogbo ntẹ̀yìn pè ló ṣàǹkàn náà ṣì ń ṣe. Wọ́n sì ń sọ Yorùbá ní Cuba. Ó rántí pé ńgbà tí mo sọ pé wọ́n máa give some example. Mo ní he will give Brazil and Cuba. Tẹ́ bá lọ sí St. Lucia ní Caribbean, Barbados gbogbo ẹ̀ kò síbi tí mi ò ti dé. St. Martin, St. Thomas tí Hurricane Irma destroy. Ọlọ́run ló ní kí n kàn kó ń bẹ̀. Gbogbo bit ibi mo sùn nǹkan 95% wiped out by that hurricane. But in tí mò ń sọ ni pé á yà yín lẹ́nu kí ni wọ́n ń wò ń bẹ̀. ṣe rí fídíò Yorùbá place tẹ́ ń ṣe yẹn ibẹ̀ ló ti ń tàjù ibẹ̀ ló ti ń tàjù níbi àti à ń fèbó àní ti ra ti Yorùbá o ṣe tí mo sọ yẹ even the cruise ship a lady say ngbo ragbada you are from Nigeria money yes only my father watches your Yoruba thing every day that he doesn't want to see anything only Yoruba. Àwọn tá ń ṣe báyẹn kí ló wá mú àwa tá wà nílé tá sọ pé nǹkan wa ò tún dáa mọ́ torí pé kí ni ẹ̀kọ́ tèmi kọ́ púpọ̀ nínú gbogbo tá ń ṣe nìyẹn èèyàn tó wá láti Brazil tó sì mọ oríkì ilé rẹ̀ àbí kò yẹn nínú gbogbo tá ẹ wà bí tá mọ oríkì ilé yín àbí kò yẹn torí pé kí ni wọ́n á máa sọ pé ẹ má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ o ẹ má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ o you see even tẹ́ bá dé school ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ sọ Yorùbá finally nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ debate kan ti lọ tipẹ́tipẹ́ wípé àwọn ọmọ wa ò sọ Yorùbá mọ́ tó bá jẹ́ pé òun wá sí of course you are a permanent fixture in the Authors Forum of University Press and you make fantastic contributions. Ayo Bangboshe, Professor Emeritus Professor, Ayo gave lecture last year. In the written kini èmi ló kọ́kọ́ sọ npe pé doctor rẹ every time ló ń tẹnu mọ́ àwọn ọmọ kékèké people ẹ̀yin obìnrin of children bearing age nígbà bá bímọ come go ọmọ ò tiẹ̀ gbọ́ kò gbọ́ nǹkan kan o ó dẹ̀ ní yáàyá tí ò sọ èbó tí ò ní lè bá sọ̀rọ̀ ó sì ní ó ní tó lè kọ́ you understand me so ni mo wá sọ fún wọn pé ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ ń borí ọmọ ìjẹni nígbà tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀ léèwé ṣebí Yorùbá lásán ni wọ́n sọ Yorùbá lásán ni wọ́n sọ first 2 years ẹni tó jókòó lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mi Silvanus Eguche kòbókòbó Yorùbá ni wọ́n fi ń kọ́ gbogbo èèyàn in other words ìyá ni ó kọ́ ọmọ rẹ̀ Yorùbá láti Yorùbá ti bí.
You learn a foreign language better.
If you know the original language you are right. So n tí mo ń try láti sọ ni pé a sọ pé come go so ìgbà tá a ṣe Authors Forum tá a pé Akínwùmí Ìṣọ̀lá mo ní Yorùbá ni kò fi ṣe àwọn kankan sọ pé tí ò gbọ́ Yorùbá tí ò bá gbọ́ kó bọ́ ta ó ṣe ṣe nígbà táwọn kan fẹ́ wọ ibẹ̀ báyìí professor in the university come here ó ń pe ọmọ rẹ̀ àǹtí àìbónú ìwọ ti wá ó ní Yorùbá lòun lọ à ń pé come lọ à ń pé go àwọn ní kò gbọ́ Yorùbá ọmọ kékeré kan ó ń sáré káàkiri ní Kakanfò ṣó ti yẹ nǹkan kan ọmọ yẹn mo bá pe ọmọ wa ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ má pé mo gbé ọmọ o sọ pé láyè sí wọn lè pé gbọ́mọgbọ́mọ mo bá pe ìyá rẹ̀ pé tẹ̀lé wa o má sọ̀rọ̀ pa ń lọ fọmọ ẹ ṣe nǹkan kan o in the big hall mo rò pé òwà ń jọ yẹn mo bá sọ pé ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo rí nǹkan kan o ìyá the professor the small kid 4 years old mo mú wá báyìí mo nígbà wà ń kéke tíṣà òbí wa pé igi kan wà o ọdẹ lọ sóko ẹyẹ mẹ́wàá wà lórí rẹ̀ ló bá tàbọn gbáà ló bá pàtàn mo bá bi professor mélòó ló kù kò tiẹ̀ hesitate 9 sórí bó ti sọ 9 ọmọ kékeré yẹn mama ẹ mọ̀ pé yòókù ti sá lọ ní ṣebí ẹ tí ò tètè tọ́lọ̀ ní ó pa ló pa kò sí kankan bẹ́ẹ̀. you see tẹ́ ẹ bá kọ́ wọn ní mother tongue yìí wọn lè ronú jinlẹ̀ ṣé tí mo sọ yẹn finally mo ní personal example my daughter was born she's now 58 she was born in Michigan. You understand? Gbogbo àti wà ń bẹ̀ o kò gbọ́ good morning kò gbọ́ come kò gbọ́ Yorùbá nìkan là ń sọ sí you understand me ó wá lọ sí Queen School bí o ṣó ti yẹ ní tí mò ń sọ ìgbà tó débí tó lọ sí mẹ́rìnwé kínní kan ló bá dé pé bàbá wọ́n ní orí bad. Mo ní sọ fún pé wọn ò dá torí ibẹ̀ ló ti kọ́kọ́ gbọ́ ti jẹ́ bad torí Yorùbá nìkan ló ń sọ. All right, of course she did extremely well. You understand what I'm saying? My grandson ó ti béèrè pé ẹni tó kọ poem ńkọ́. Mo lọ́mọ ẹ̀ tẹ̀ ti jáde from Columbia University. Ayo. Now, you see, my son, at the age of 14, wrote poem. I give you a copy. What that small boy said that time are still relevant in Nigeria today. So, of course, he had so much money because the book sold so well. Torí there was a time I was coming from Chicago. Àbúrò mi Olúwabọ́dẹ̀rìn, ó fún mi flat. Mo bá fẹ́ wọlé, mi ò lè wọlé. Mo fẹ́. Nígbà tó yá lẹ́nìkan bá jáde, ó di ayọ̀. He was 14 plus. Kí ló wá débi? Ó ní I'm on holiday. Sórí owó tó rí mi ìwé, ó wá sórí. Ṣé tí mo sọ yẹ? But tí mo fẹ́ sọ ni pé is married to a Japanese. Ni mo fi fẹ́ kọ́ àwọn èèyàn àwọn obìnrin wa. So kí ló wá ṣẹlẹ̀? Ìyàwó rẹ̀ ní ẹjọ́ o, tá a bá bímọ o, àwọ̀ ẹ̀ sọ èbó o, àì sọ èdè elédè o, Japanese nìkan là ń sọ o. So àwọn ọmọ yìí torí pé wọ́n wà l'Amẹ́ríkà ọdún mẹ́rin tí wọ́n bá fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ nǹkan kan náà wọ́n máa sọ Japanese. So wọ́n bá bí Ayọ̀kúnlé tó wá wà nù mọ́tò pẹ̀lú wọn, ó ti ní rẹ́kọ̀dù Japanese náà máa sórí báyìí náà sẹ́yìn. Okay, Japanese nìkan ló ń sọ. Nígbà tó tó 5.5 years wọ́n ti wá bí another one. That one was 1.5 years old. So ló bá di pé Ayọ̀kúnlé ti ń lọ sí kindergarten. So tí wàá gbọ́ go come ó mọ fóònù dáyà 1 kankan ló bá dáyà mi. Good morning grandpa. I'm yes. Ayọ̀kúnlé, how are you? Did you sleep well? I said I slept well. This that. Where is your brother? Hold on. You speak to him. Brother, he's 1.5. Ní bá ń sọ, ní bá ń sọ, ní bá ń sọ. Nígbà tí Japanese nìkan ní sọ, èmi ò sì gbọ́ nǹkan kan. So ìgbà tó yá ọmọ bá bínú pé kí ló mú bàbá tí ó dáhùn ló bá gbé fún Ayọ̀kúnlé padà. Mo ní what's happening? Ó ní my brother say you don't know anything. Ó mọ tí mo sọ, mo lórí ìyá rẹ̀ ò dáa. You understand? Ó ní mi ò mọ nǹkan kan. Èmi nǹkan because ó ló ń bi yín pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ń bi yín pé tí ẹ̀ sọ nǹkan kan. Ó ní sọ ọmọ sọ pé ẹ̀ mọ nǹkan kan o. Mo ní Ayọ̀kúnlé, don't say so again o. Torí you don't know the meaning of orí ìyá rẹ̀ ò dáa o. Ṣé tí mo sọ yẹn? All right, I have their photographs here. If you want to be prefect, you have to be one of the first top 5. Both of them were head of school in Canada. They have passed out in Columbia University, lawyer in Kankan. But that basic foundation, they were the people winning the prizes in the so until mo sọ pé ẹjọ́ torí Ọlọ́run ẹ má fi èbó kọ́ ọmọ yín, èdè tẹ́ bá ń sọ ni a wá lè ronú jinlẹ̀. Ṣé gbọ́ o? Torí kó wọ́n sọ pé ní tí wọ́n ò fi sọ yóò bá parẹ́ o. Nígbà tí wọ́n mọ̀ kéékèèké ò bá sọ nǹkan kan mọ́, táwọn náà bá tún bímọ ìyẹn náà ò tún ní sọ nǹkan kan mọ́. So kìí ṣe school lẹ́tì lọ kọ́ nǹkan kan o. Ṣé gbọ́ o? Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀.
Ẹ ṣeun sir. Ká tó máa tẹ̀síwájú máa fẹ́ kí gíwá ilé iṣẹ́ yìí káwọn náà bá wàá fi ọ̀rọ̀ díẹ̀ kún ọ̀rọ̀ tí àwọn bàbá wa Dr. Are ti sọ. Ẹ ṣeun.
Thank you. We have question and answer session. We'll take some questions. We'll probably take it in batches and Baba will answer. Baba has enriched knowledge this afternoon, we must agree. He has enriched our knowledge. And it again reinforces why we are doing this. And I'm glad we have the young ones here from Ibadan Boys High School and St. Anne's. I'm sure you've picked one or two things that you go back and boast to your friends back at school, that this is more of Yoruba, know thyself. We now know ourselves better. I was in Ghana in July, and some Ghanaians were telling us that, you know, you have cousins here, the Ga, or what. Oh, they told us that, oh, you have cousins amongst us. In fact, they asked, are you Yoruba? I said, oh, your cousins are here, I'm sure you know. I said, I know, we have cousins here. It shows how wide we spread. I've been to the Brazilian quarters in Lagos, and I'm from a place called Ilesha in Osun State, and I was told that a man that we all called Arocha, actually, was an Ijesha Brazilian or Brazilian Ijesha. So I was told that I'm distantly connected to the Arocha. I don't know how. So maybe there's a bit of Brazilian blood in me. But I want to thank Baba, and please feel free to ask questions. There are no right or wrong questions. This is an open forum. As much as possible, Baba will answer your question.
Thank you very much, Prof. During your lecture, you stated clearly that in terms of homeland, Yorubas are more extensive than any other culture in Nigeria, and you were specific about the Hausas. I agree, I totally agree with you, sir. The challenge I have, which I think I'm going to throw back at Dawn, is that communication is so important. Listening to what my daddy said, Dr. Lalekan Are, in entrenching the culture and the values of a people into them. But the language is critical. Now, if we, listening to the interboundary expansion that the Yoruba culture has, one thing bothers me, and that is the Hausa language, either through some advocacy or lobbying, enjoys the BBC and the VOA program called the Hausa Service, which is very, very strong, and it cuts across the whole world. There's hardly any place that you cannot pick the BBC Hausa Service and listen to them speak Hausa language. And that is a way of strengthening that. I'm not sure if there is either the BBC, the VOA, Yoruba service. There is Yoruba now. VOA. Just came on. BBC, that's excellent. And that is what we should try as much as possible to link up with and get our children, especially those, and I don't want to use the word diaspora again, those that are outside the area, to be listening to, because the communication through that web will really help to ensure that we learn the language. And one other thing, lastly, that I will say is that the curriculum of our schools will also need an advocacy, and I think Dawn can do that. It's appalling going to our schools and you see writing, I mean, on the wall, vernacular is prohibited. I mean, in 2017, even I went to a primary school in Oshogbo, and I was told that if you speak Yoruba there, you will be punished. A primary school, a private primary school, and many of, not a public one, a private one, and many of our children have opportunity, I mean, they go to these schools. So I don't know how we can find a way of breaking that. And one of the last point is that, thank God that histories back into our curriculum, it was a disaster and a disgrace for any government to have thought that deleting history from the curriculum was anything that they needed to do. So I need to thank you for coming for this expansive knowledge, which I think I have really gained on. But a lot of work still has to be done by Don, and Don has started on the right note. Thank you, sir.
Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́. Ọláyínká Agboola lórúkọ mi. Àwọn èèyàn á máa pè mí ní Parrot. Ẹ̀yin bàbá mi àti ìyá mi, ìbéèrè tèmi ò le. Àyà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Àyà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀, eré ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin ọ̀rẹ́ mi ní Down Commission. Dádì mo dúpẹ́ o fún ìgbékalẹ̀ tẹ́ gbékalẹ̀ ń. Wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ nípa mímọ̀ Yorùbá ilé regional integration tá à ń sọ yìí. Láì kòpẹ́kòpẹ́ yìí àwọn èèyàn wá láti ilẹ̀ Ìgbò wọ́n wá fẹ́ máa ṣe àwòkọ́ṣe nǹkan tí wọ́n ń ṣe ní Down Commission. Wọ́n wá síbí pé káwọn náà fi lè ṣọ́ because nǹkan tí bàbá ti sọ pé Republic of Benin, Ghana tá a ti láwọn èèyàn tí a ti lè fàmọ́ra. Èmi kàn rò pé ìdojúkọ tó nǹkan tí challenge tí eléyìí ti wá gbé síwájú ọ̀gbẹ́ni Ṣẹ̀yẹ àtàwọn èèyàn ni pé a wà bá ṣe kìíní tó yẹ pé bóyá wọ́n á encourage wọn ní Òkè Ọya àti nílẹ̀ Ìgbò báwọn tiẹ̀ ṣe gbégbèsè tí a fi ṣe kìíní tí ó fi dán mọ́rin tá à ní sọ̀rọ̀ òṣèlú nú ẹ̀ tá à ní sọ̀rọ̀ ẹlẹ́yàmẹ̀yà tó yẹ pé yóò ẹ̀yin àgbààgbà wa tẹ̀ wà níbí náà lẹ́gbẹ̀gbèsè Ṣẹ̀yẹ ò lè dá ṣe o. Mo sì mọ̀ pé àwọn gómìnà àwọn òṣèlú tó ń kó àwọn ṣe mọ̀ káwọn yẹn kò lè yé wọn tẹ́ ẹ̀yin àgbààgbà wa tẹ̀ wà níbí lẹ́ẹ̀ bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ tí ó fi yé wọn. Tọ́ because tó bá ti yé wọn wọ́n á lè gbé gbèsè bọ̀ tí ò bá yé wọn ẹ̀yin igbá ni à ń yí àgbàdo sí o yóò ṣeé ṣe o.
Èmi gan mo dúpẹ́ púpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ Professor ASIWAJU. Mo sì nígbà tí Prof Emeritus Adebayo tí wọ́n sọ fún mi pé ASIWAJU mo á ní àṣekèsí ASIWAJU tí mo kà átíkù rẹ̀ tó sẹ́ẹ̀tì tó yanjú èdè àìyedè tó wà láàrin Aláké of Ẹ̀gbáland àti Àwùjalẹ̀ of Ìjẹ̀bú-Là nínú Guardian. So ló sọ bí tírísìrì ni wọ́n Professor ASIWAJU ló set fún mọ́tàyàn pé ó wá link ẹ̀ mọ́ Kétu pé Kétu ni Aké ti jáde wá pé Kétu ní Republic of Benin ni ó ti jáde. Àwọn náà sì mọ̀ pé ìkànnà àwọn ọmọ Odùduwà ní Alákétu of Kétu tó yẹ pé àwọn French ni wọ́n jẹ́ kí wọ́n ó yapa. Àwọn náà ti kànú ìwé ìtàn Yorùbá náà pé Ọ̀yọ́ Empire dé Northern Ghana láti Niger. Mo sọ pé ọ̀kan wọn máa wá sí ọ̀dọ̀ Aláàfin ní ìsìn. We are in a knowledge-based society, and I'm happy for one thing that you mentioned the role played by Awolowo. In 1979, I was there in the media. I'm a journalist. I was when Awolowo gave lecture that if he is elected to a war press, that in the next 4 years, one, he will not travel out of this country for the next 4 years. Only Minister of External Affairs will be limited to traveling, and the travels will be limited. The people asking why. Only I'm bidding when you are bidding a nation, You have no time for frivolities. You have no time. But things were so bad. We never knew that things were not as bad as we are today. We are as I was telling my Egma, that we are in a state of advanced anatomy, which we have never seen in our life. And I pity, I say I pity this generation. But when people like Dr. Are graduated in Ibadan, you know, the father was the grandfather, great-grandfather was the Are on the Kakanfo of Yoruba land. That's why we have Kakanfo in. We don't know. That, you know, that's the grandfather. And the maternal side, the maternal grandfather was the first councillor to be one of the 3 councillors appointed in Ibadan by the British. So I said, a man like you should document his history. And I told Dr. Olayiwola too, that the 2 of you must not cross away. You must not die without any written record. I know. No, you have written a lot of books. That's why you are a scientist. So what I'm saying is that we are benefiting from your wealth of knowledge today because of your scholarship. And we want other youth to copy this. Knowledge is the best thing one can acquire. In my estate, there, Ijaola estate, when I see the mansion of many of my fellow residents that are passed on, and see everything empty, I look back into history. I read in European history in secondary school that all the mansions built by the laws in Britain in those days were handed over to the British because no children to maintain them. And that is what is happening in this something. All stolen money will be wasted because they are stealing money. The children now no interest. They have no interest in the building. They cannot, if they cannot, they will not be able to manage them. So the best thing we can do is to concentrate on our education, please, and know history of your people. It's by knowing history that you respect your elders, your culture and tradition.
It has been what is called an intellectual feast, and the infectious energy that you displayed in your presentation was remarkable. Eshegoni, Amari Mbao. I have one small question and a comment. The question around the outer circle of Yoruba that you talked about, and whether or not tribal marks is an identifier, because and I would just like you to comment about that, sir. And then speaking generally, I have a passion about Dawn, and I see Dawn as the hub. And Yoruba Historical Conversation is a spoke. And I feel that this gathering must not be in vain, must not be a talking shop. And that Tibon Koton is ready to offer assistance when it comes to issue of border conflicts or resolution and all that. So Yoruba Historical Conversation is an important element of the entire enterprise. And of course, Dawn interacts with the private sector, non-governmental organizations, international organizations. That's another dimension. I see you as the source for policy, actionable policies by our governments. But an important element is the think tank. gathered here and outside, both in Nigeria and, forgive me for using the word, that word again, diaspora. We need to have that synergy. You have a Yoruba Academy, I know that. But believe me, we need to activate it. People like my Egbon, Dr Lalekan Are, ideas, suggestions, Professor Adeloye, all people gathered here, right, left, and center, and many others who can develop an input for Dawn, policy ideas, position papers on teaching, education, science, health. I can write you something on health. And I've read Adewola a policy position on primary health, which is something that they can even implement in the Southwest. I did that for him. So there are many people like that, and I think we need that think tank where people who are knowledgeable can, because that was how Awolowo operated anyway. He tapped into all the intellectual resources that we have. So that is one thing that we must get hold of, and let all this come together and gel. I'm delighted to see that Dr. Tunji Olaopa, I've been reading his articles in the paper, and I know that he has a lot of intellectual energy. So we need to make this work. So I think that the whole idea about the dawn is that we must close the circle. Yoruba Historical Conversations, Yoruba intellectual think tank that brings in ideas, Dawn collates and presents actionable policy for our governments to implement, and then must make sure that now we monitor the implementation. Having said all that, I'm again delighted to be here. If you don't mind commenting briefly, sir, on the question of tribal marks. How should help us to define that outer circle of a Yoruba nation?
I'm happy to be. I'm happy I'm alive to be exposed to this gathering. Mo dúpẹ́ púpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo yín, ẹ̀yin ẹ̀gbọ́n, ẹ̀yin age mate, àti mi ò tí ì rábùrò kan tó tí ì sọ̀rọ̀, ṣé ẹ sì máa sọ̀rọ̀ later. Ẹ jẹ́ n bẹ̀rẹ̀ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ question ń tẹ́ pé tribal mark. Kò sí ohun tó ń jẹ́ tribal mark. There is nothing like tribal mark. There is nothing like tribal mark. What there is are lineage mark, family or lineage mark. And the one you find on my face, anyway, ẹ̀gbọ́n ààrẹ ti sọ pé káti ẹ̀yẹ sọ Gẹ̀ẹ́sì náà ń gbà gbogbo yín gbọ́ Yorùbá. Èyí tẹ́ rí lójú mi yìí, ẹ rí lójú wọn ní Ọ̀yọ́, ẹ rí lójú wọn ní Ìjẹ̀ṣà, ẹ rí lójú wọn ní Ẹ̀gbá. Mo mọ Èkìtì tó kọ pélé báyìí, àti Ìjẹ̀bú, àti Ṣàbẹ̀. N tá lè sọ ń pẹ̀ ni wípé àwọn family tó ń kọ ilà wọ̀nyí, they have some ultimate lineage origin. Kì í ṣe tribal, kì í ṣe tribal. And you cut across, wọ́n ti ṣì mí mú rí lẹ́ẹ̀mejì. Once as a Kanuri, yes, at another time as a Nubian. And these are very, very serious occasions. Mo ń ṣe research lórí partitioned Africans. I'm saying that these marks are not, They are not tribal, because if they were tribal, then every Yoruba should bear it. But they are not tribal. They are lineage marks. And they tell the story of the spread of a lineage, of a family. And that as you find it on me, I'm Ketu. You find it on people in Shabe. You find it on people in Egba, Ijesha, Ekiti, Oyo, and so on. And Ibadan. What we can say is that all persons who bear a mark like this, they must be traceable to an ultimate original family that use this as family mark. And I'm saying that to illustrate. I have been, this is beyond Yoruba. It's beyond Yoruba. I have been seriously mistaken. One occasion as a Kanuri, at another occasion as a Nubian. I will tell you the Nubian example first. I was researching partitioned Africans, and I was in Khartoum. It is an Arab-speaking area. Okay, so I don't speak Arab. So my academic associate at the University of Sudan in Khartoum, Professor Al-Haman, he wrote like dumb and deaf. So the places I normally go, church, Institute of African Studies, University of Khartoum, market, the hotel where I am going. So when I want to get into that, I show them. Then so on this occasion, I went to church. I went to Mass on a Sunday morning. St. Matthew's Cathedral, Catholic Cathedral in Khartoum. I got the taxi, blah, 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 blah. I said, the place is not even far. I took so much money from me. So, first of all, I was in the church. Everything was Arabic. Everything was Arabic. And then I began to wonder, am I in the church? I learned my first practical lesson about Arabic as a language, not religion. So when we got out, I decided to buy the Bible in Arabic, the Catechism in Arabic, hymnals in Arabic. So I said I will go by foot back to the hotel. It wasn't too far. I met this man that looked so much like me indeed. And he embraced me. Before you know it, you became a foreign. I'm telling you, you became a foreign. So I was embarrassed. You can't go be very violent with me. Somebody then came. Yes, somebody then came and said, I speak English. Speak, I hear small. So he then interpreted him to me to be saying that I was from a country town in southern Sudan, Nubia. That's how they behave when they come to the city. They say they don't hear. They pretend that they no longer belong. You see, they have become a European. I'm from Nigeria. I'm Yoruba. They interpreted by the I'm sorry. Yes, when I escaped, the next Sunday I didn't. That's one. I was in the archives in Rouen, in France, in Paris, for my PhD, and then I got into the archives and I met this man. What's going on? But since we were in the archives, he knew that I must be able to speak some French, so he spoke French. I said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not from Chad." He said, "Really?" I said, I'm not from Chad. As a matter of fact, I'm from Nigeria. Really? I said, "Yes." How come you have like this? I said, "That's it." And you know, our people here have that mentality, awareness of connection. When in Japan the time, the party then forged a Southwest, Northeast alliance. It was not for fun. It wasn't for fun. Then the same way, if any of these occasions were to be situations of fatal violence, I would have been killed. If the mother I would have been killed. And then only to discover that I was not what it meant. It just means that this identification mark. I'm sorry for those of you who don't have one. Ilayi Abaga bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe rí lójú àwọn olùpẹ̀ nìyẹn. Ìdíjọ́ kò kọ́ nìyẹn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe rí lójú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nìyẹn. So the thing called tribal mark is something to be studied. That's the point that I want to make. It's something part of what you are saying needs to be studied. We add that to the emerging methodology of DNA. I can't thank you sufficiently, Dr. I can't, because I can only add, because when Professor Famuyiwa spoke, he spoke, or is it you? No, somebody spoke about the new. It was Honourable Layiwola Agbaje. I think you spoke my mind. Life like yours need to be available. I know sometimes we are writing fatigued at that age, but there are new techniques now. Sir, you will live long. You will live long.
I've written a book on how our forefathers lived.
That is good, but it's not like writing that kind of personal experience of the training of family members, the younger ones, and yet to prove a point that is well known. He will tell you that it is an advantage to be able to speak the mother tongue first. It is important. Yes. And that it facilitates better learning of other languages. I think you would like to have a life history of that kind of experience. I'm happy that Mr. Jimoh, the issue of our language into BBC. I'm happy to hear that myself, hearing it for the first time. But the issue of our language called vernacular, one of the greatest colonialist insults that we have had to bear. And the late Professor Babalola of Lagos, his inaugural lecture is language, not vernacular. Our Yoruba is a language. Vernacular for what? It's insulting. And until we get out of that kind of framework, I recognize it as a language. Then go for method language applied to Yoruba for the legislature, for this, for that. Me, a week can have a good. I had a grand episode, beautiful boy, but he had congenital malformation of the bones of the right leg. We noticed it just about 2 weeks ago. So we took him to an orthopedic surgeon, Igbo, in military hospital. He examined and said, this is not good news, blah, 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 blah. There are responses, medical, scientific, blah, blah, blah. You learn more about it. So he then came to this point. So when you are a professor of history, history and language is so important, it's becoming increasingly important even for medical practice. That, for example, when people come before you and they say, my head is heavy, my head is twisting, my head is turning. He said, it doesn't translate, it doesn't. The doctor must understand before you can get into prescription. Yes. Only headache. Only, it's not headache. It's generic. What is something? Body fever. Body fever. We need to know these things. We must reduce the language of the patient to something understandable to the medical practitioner. Therefore, he said we must begin to introduce local language learning in medical school. That is how important this issue you are raising is. Well, I'm happy that Mr. Olaniyan, you have made a point which is enlarged by Professor Famuyiwa, the need for Don. That's my plea. Don is doing a wonderful job. Doing a wonderful job. And you need to, because you are doing a wonderful job, that job needs to be enlarged in scope. That is the whole point. Beginning with the appreciation that Yoruba and Yoruba culture area is so large. 2, that we need to pull wonderful intellectual resources that we've got. And as Professor Famuyiwa has said, we are here. I'm here. Boundary, territory, regional integration as answer. You know, regional integration, move from regional integration as driven by international organizations into something that is driven by a union of people. Until European Union became a project of interest to European people, not states. It didn't move. It did not move. And we have sold this idea successfully to African Union, to ECOWAS. We sold it to Nigeria first. But because they are so set. But if we continue to drive it, I suppose it will move. What else can I say than to thank you again and again, except that I haven't heard from women and I haven't heard from children.
If I may, I can only describe my experience today in the language of Karl Popper when he attended a lecture delivered by Albert Einstein, and he said the only thing he remembered that he was dazed. This was an incredibly deep exposition. But what I want to raise is in part a question, but it's not a question that I presume could be answered now. When the MPC, as you said, frustrated the brotherhood handshake between Suru Akpiji of Port Novo and Chibabafe Mawolo, everyone that is a student of history can imagine the politics, the political dimension to that. Now you are calling for a cross-border, wider regional planning in order to widen the scope of Don's remit. And sincerely, it raises a lot of methodological challenge for me. And I'm wondering that if you try to escalate the politics that frustrated the initial move of Chibabafe Mawolo, how do you think, as risk analysis, that will play out now that even the Federation is a lot more volatile? But I don't think it's a question to answer. From the Ibadan School of Government and Public Policy, we'll come back to you. I thank you. But I also like to appreciate this. I've been looking for Professor Adeloye's book on my townsman, Ilatunde Odekpo. I used to have a copy. I gave it to somebody. And I'm so glad that I met you here, sir. Maybe you will help me out. UCH library does not have copy. Nobody has copy. So, and I've been going to libraries. Okay, sir. That's all right. I think I'm blessed.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. We are octogenarians now. And the singer, one Italian singer, who said that you are never too old to learn. I've learned quite a lot from you. I didn't fall asleep. I'm surprised. Because you said a lot of very thought-provoking things. And the gentleman who handed me the microphone said he's very proud as a Yoruba man. I'm very proud as a Yoruba man. I keep telling my friend, I'm a Nigerian, but I'm a Yoruba man. But I'm very proud to be a Yoruba man. And I think this is the message that we must take with us. And then to the organizers, again, thanks very much for inviting me. And please, give us more time. Let us, if it's 10 o'clock, let us start at 10 o'clock. You see, this will go on for the whole day now. It's such an interesting, fascinating subject. When I was an examiner to the West Indies, we had the 3 islands, and the best of them, Barbados. I got there. I was in Nigeria. I was at home. You there's Yoruba speakers in Barbados. Yes. They look black like me, and very different from the rest of you we know, sir, from the West. So this is a unique opportunity, and I will plead. You asked for Odeku's. I write a lot of biographies and autobiographies. Benjamin Disraeli, the Prime Minister, said, read nothing but biographies and autobiographies, because they are true stories. So, Lekan, you've got to write. You've got to write
My remark will be very brief, is to appreciate the previous speakers and my teachers that are here, Professor Anthony ASIWAJU and my supervisor, Professor Richard Olaniyan. Great scholars, we learned from their feet. And even the previous speakers, particularly Professor Adeloye, I'm meeting you, is a privilege to meet you for the first time. I'm a historian, but very, how will I read and I read and I read anything that is printed and maybe online too. I met you first time through the history of pioneers of medical professions, and with details about the life and times, but maybe about 15 of them. I may not be accurate. It's still my treasure. It's online, so I've archived that. So meeting you today, knowing that you are also a biographer, it's a good thing. Dr. Tunji Olaopa, if I had the opportunity, we discussed you 2 days ago at Western Sun Hotel, that any university in Nigeria should create an endowed chair for you, particularly in governance and administration, that you are just there, not to participate in their university politics, in Senate meeting, departmental meeting, just research-based and public engagement. You are an asset to this country. Dr. Lalekan Are, I will not call you doctor, sir. I call you Baba, because somebody who is as old or older than one's father is a father, and you are a father for all seasons. You don't need anybody to hold you again. I was there when Professor Ayoban Bushe, we presented his book to the public, From Grass to Grace, and you are there as the anchor. You are the publisher of University Press Limited. So, you know the beauty of saying it in your own words. And the best time to write, between 5, even if you want to do anything, between 5 and 7:38. I had the privilege of doing the biography of Chief S.L.Edu of blessed memory. I was his guest then, between 6 and 10 a.m. and he would not attend to anybody. Just so, if you have your tape recorder, speak. Let them give you professional questions which will guide you. So every morning, you know that yes, there is a minimum benchmark you must meet. So you have people around you who can assist in doing that excellent piece. Yoruba people, we have not learned anything, and I still continue to say it. Today, I have not seen a center for Yoruba, center for documentation of Yoruba history and culture. It's not existence as of today. If you go to APU, Bayero, you have a Harewa House. It's funded from the public purse. And all the private papers of Balewa, Sadana, all of them, leading politicians of the Hood, right there. So today, I have not seen that taking place. If you go to Ilorin, which has just been which has not been created, and University of Ilorin, there is a center for Ilorin studies. I had the privilege of working. I used to, my former employer was Lagos State University. As a staff of Osun State University here, they hired me to come and establish Lagos State Political Museum, which is now known as Lagos State Research and Archive Bureau, is at Magodo. Today, anything on Lagos, what we just did was to compile the list of all published works, unpublished works, family history, and eventually I worked with some professional librarians, Lagos State, Ijanikin, Lagos State Polytechnic, and the one Mapoli in Ekpe. And government released money to them to go and buy books. And eventually when those books came back, they now digitized everything. So you have a digital center at Magodo. Anything about Lagos, where Lagos authors or people appear in books. And that is what Ilorin is doing today, replicating Lagos. So it is possible to learn best practices from other lands. The governors of Southwest, well, say they are partners to Yoruba Historical, to Dawn Commission. I hope this audience will probably urge them to do more. The major problem I see confronting Dawn is funding. It has good ideas. We cannot leave the future of Dawn Commission to office seekers who are there on a very temporary basis. There may be that need for Yoruba elite, Yoruba leaders, to raise an endowment fund for Dawn Commission. It is the way to go. It is the way to go. Alternative funding, that if we choose on a monthly basis to have 1,000 naira to Dawn Commission account, and we have eminent men as board of trustees right there, Dawn will go places. And I will also urge Dawn to partner with broader audience, so that whatever, even if it is once or twice in a year, that it will go to a multipurpose hall where this deliberation will reach greater number of people. Very, very important. Professor ASIWAJU has done excellent job, particularly on Western Yoruba land, and his book, Western Yoruba Land Under Colonial Rule, is an intellectual resource. That book is out of print. Biodun Adediran took up his work, The Frontier State of Yoruba Land, published by IFRA, Ibadan, right here. All those books, I discussed with Professor Bubu yesterday, that Ibadan History Series, Banji Akintoye, Bolanle Awe, The Rise of as an Imperial Power, Atanda, all of them. And with Professor Falola, we were together yesterday when Redeemer University was honoring him. He has just done a digital copy, digital archive for the works of Professor Atanda, which will be presented to the public on the 9th at Olabisi Onabanjo University. We need to go back. My Oga here, my teacher and my father, Professor Richard Olaniyan, they've done beautiful work on Yoruba people. Dahomey and its neighbors, you can hardly find the book. Again, Akijogbe, Banji Akintoye, all these works. Let's have all these resources, particularly in online platform, so that you can even archive this Dawn archive on Yoruba studies, so that this, when you have any issue, you don't need to be looking for analog archives, and you are going to be very, very dirty before you come back. So, and we have also recommended through in the previous session that we need to have maybe about 10-page, I mean a 15 or 50-page, like Peter Inaoro, How to Be a Nigerian. The Best of Yoruba, we can just put it in about 50-page document, readable format, that we can put at embassies and everything. Today, I'm coming back now to Dr. Lalekan Are, my papa. He has done very well for Yoruba studies. And I visit the ANA platform, Association of Nigerian Authors platform, regularly to look for updates. A language dies, when the last speaker dies. So what we are facing is no longer language endangerment. What we are likely to face is language extinction. And may it not happen. But I want to single out again one state for commendation. It is Lagos State. Lagos State has just passed the Lagos Language Bill. And as at yesterday, that if you don't teach Yoruba language in the private public schools, you risk forfeiture of your license or you pay a fine of 500,000 naira. But Oyo is the heartbeat. Osun is the heartbeat. Ekiti, you just find out that today, so there are state houses of assembly that do not even speak Yoruba language. And Yoruba language is hardly taught in any of our primary schools today. So we must ask them, compel them. One way or the other, education is on recurrent list. It is not something, I mean, what is the list they call it? Concurrent list. Concurrent list. So it's not on the exclusive list. So at that, it is not difficult for any state governor or a state government to do. So finally, just to commend the leadership of Dawn Commission, that they have done well and that they will still need to do more. They must not rest on their hours. Yoruba Studies, Alaafin of Oyo is also propagating it. What the cultural advisor to the Alaafin of Oyo is a Portuguese, Dr. Gomez. And today, Shango worship, very strong in Oyo and very strong in Bahia. You just find out if you happen to visit Bahia, we have the Grandmaster, Professor Yayi Olabiyi is here. So, for people who are familiar with the Latin America very well, you know that Yoruba religion is stronger in Latin America than in Yoruba land today. And I thank you for the audience.
I am very, very much pleased to meet you, sir. Our lecturer has said so much about you. It's a real privilege to meet with you here today. Okay, my name is Mrs. Aishida Yetunde Omolola, a master's student of IPSS, Institute of Peace and Strategic Studies, University of Ibadan. Ẹ̀yin àgbàlẹ̀ máa ń pálọ̀wé wípé bí ọmọdé ò bá bá ìtàn, á bá àrọ́bá, àrọ́bá sì ní bàbá àtàn. I want us to just please applaud Dawn. Please, can you just applaud Dawn? You can still do better. Can you just applaud Dawn? Dawn, from what I'm seeing, is said to be the development agenda for Western Nigeria. And honestly speaking, I must tell you that it's not a joke. And I can see them going places. But on that note, I want to take them off from here. We were here for the first time last month when Professor Albert was here. I think he brought us here. So through him, we knew what is done. And from that presentation, we were not giving copies. And I don't want to blame Dawn. I want to blame every one of us. Like the last speaker said, we all have to contribute towards that. We don't want a situation where we go back again this period and there will be nothing to show. Apart from those that are recording now, if you ask any other person, you may have forgotten one or two important issues that were being discussed here if they are not in written form. God bless us. And my question now is this, sir, Professor ASIWAJU, sir. As a master's student of Institute of Peace and Strategic Studies, how can you help us majoring on border and borderland studies? Am I right? Sir, that's where I'm going now. How can you help us in terms of mentoring? Knowing fully well, honestly, this made us to appreciate the course we're going in for now. Because at the time we are confused. We're confused. We have what we call internal conflict. You have international conflict. You have border, which is much more new to us. But see the likes of you, honestly speaking, nothing can take border away from us again. And that's why I want to plead, sir, on behalf of my colleagues here, how best can you mentor us so we can go places with border? God bless us.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ijaola Femi. I want to speak more on how starting with mother tongue. I grew up in Ikere Ekiti, learning Ekiti dialect. At a point in secondary school, I realized the need for me to brighten my English through the Brighter Grammar series. I had lived in the north. At that point, I got interested in the dialect as well. So for now, I could speak and communicate in Hausa. I had taken courses in the French language. Now, what I'm trying to say is this, which Prof actually harped upon, that we don't have centers where we can study Yoruba, its people, its culture, and documentation. To place it on the unimaginable expansiveness of our homeland, and I think the call is with us now. Can we start to establish centers for Yoruba studies, its culture and documentation around us here? Again, the challenge we will have is this: how would we have people to come in? Now, in learning French, we were trained through their culture. So they ask us to throw away our own culture if actually we want to learn and study French. And I think we should imbibe that idea to make Yoruba take its space in the unimaginable expansiveness of this homeland. Thank you.
The need for Center for Yoruba Studies, that has been more extensively discussed by Professor Oyeweso. And I think all I want to say about this is that, again, on this, the need for specialized research establishments. There is no way we can discuss any of these issues without going back to the era of Chief Obafemi Awolowo. I don't know what role he played, but I know that the creation of the Yoruba Research Scheme by Biobaku in 1956 was not unrelated to the enabling environment that came with Chief Obafemi Awolowo's governance style. The Yoruba Research Scheme, I think all we are saying here, there is a resounding call for a resuscitation. The Yoruba Research Scheme. There was a scheme. Some people thought of it, and they created it, and they funded it. It was Yoruba Research Scheme that produced the likes of Akinjogbin, the likes of RCC Law, and several foreign experts in archaeology, even Thurston Shaw, before going to work on the Ugbo Uku, started with the Yoruba Research Scheme. Several others. And then the scheme just went to sleep. And before you know it, into oblivion. But the need is being again emphasized and re-emphasized. And I think done. You see, our hope is being rested on you. Because the initiative you have taken is giving you more challenges. Yesterday, I was with Akintoye. It was again this subject. It was again this subject. I was happy that Professor Yayi is going to be here. And he has told me I must hold on to him. There is an information that Siyan has thrown up for the notification of this audience. On the 9th and 10th of October, there is going to be an international conference on Yoruba politics since the 19th century. It's an international conference in honor of Joseph Adeboale Atonda, our own Egbon in Yoruba Historical Studies. We call him the Alaafin because of his seminal work on the new Oyo Empire. The new Oyo Empire has created under British indirect rule. And that conference is going to touch on fundamentals. I have agreed to be convener of an opening roundtable on the issue, the burning issue of Yoruba origin. It has become burning. Was there a Yoruba land before Odua? Or Yoruba land before Odua? We've been talking about the territorial expansion, the spatial expansion. Now we have to deal with the depth, the historical depth, the issue of origin, the issue of antiquity that I mentioned earlier. Because again, on the issue of antiquity, we are just starting to realize what we don't know. So, I will be surprised if the issue of resuscitating Yoruba research scheme will not come up for serious scrutiny in Agowoye on the 9th and 10th. And I'm happy that Ijaola is here. So that round table is being planned to be the opening plenary of the conference. And the conference is so brilliantly defined as to include all that needs to be included. So all I want to say is that with Siyan being in Agowoye, I think the issue of creating a regional, they are doing very well at Lagos State level, at Ilorin level, and so on and so forth. But we need a regional. And that throws up the question of getting our state governments. They have confessed to being the supporters, material partners of Dawn. But I'm not sure whether they have done enough. They need to do more. They need to do more. When I came across the Lagos State Bureau of Archives and Museum in Magodo, the first Director General who died, Usman, we met. They were interviewing me, BBC was interviewing me and Jide Ochutoku on UNESCO General History of Africa. That was when I met him, and unfortunately he died shortly after. I sold the idea to my governor in Abeokuta, but I think he's more interested in other things than creating a bureau, a historical bureau. So, the southwestern Nigerian governments, how do we get them to play ball, to contribute more to recreating the Yoruba historical research scheme. It will be historical, but it is going to. So, Siyan, and Honourable, well, you said I should throw this matter open. I should throw it up here. And I said, well, I'm still to be convinced that that the idea of cooperation, integration, Western region, the revival of Western regionalism, whether we are serious. And he said, that the die is cast, and that we must compel our governments. I wonder how we do it. Master's students, borderland studies, let me tell you seriously, and you can ask Wale and ask Eselebo. I was the one who sold the idea of borderland studies to Ibadan. This was what happened. This was what happened. Wale and I have been knowing ourselves. He knows me more than I knew him. But he's a very brilliant man. And so we anchored together a maiden edition of border security management to the annual program of Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Institute in Accra in 2011. It was then that he told me that the institute I created in the African Regional Institute, that Ibadan was going to be interested in it. That I should not go on persuading University of Lagos. And he came in big. Thereafter, in the process, in order to issue the name, I sold the idea of borderland studies and offered 6 courses. And offered to teach in the program. I was particularly more interested in doing the introductory program, introductory component, theories, and literature review. As it happened, I've never been so involved. The rest is story. So, Eselebo has been with me. A number of older students on the program have been in Imeko. The idea was to use Imeko as Philip for what you learn in University of Ibadan. At Imeko, you see the institute is located in the border. So we teach in the class and take you to the field to observe the rhythm of border dynamics. Go to Laro, we go to Iwoye. And the first 2 was very, very good. But thereafter, they have no money to bring you to Imeko, and I cannot live with you. And so that's how it is. My message to you is that go back to and tell them that I'm getting old, but I'm still alive and disposed to be involved, even in the teaching of the program in Ibadan. If they want to bring me to Ibadan 1 or 2 weeks, we are ready. In any case, the resources are there for you. Theoretically, the African Regional Institute is an institution of University of Ibadan. But I haven't seen them. I'm happy you are here, sir. And I'm happy you are here, sir. Adewale promised me heaven and hell. Like money, one days, he would do this, he would do that. I came to University of Ibadan with the Onimeko, with the chief, and so on and so forth. The job I still don't have. And I passed it on to Olayinka. who has been given some annual token to run this facility. We had a lot of facilities. There is a lot of equipment that was funded by GIZ. By GIZ via the African Union Border Program in Addis Ababa. But they are there. Nobody is using them. So I'm here, and you are there. So, thank you very much. Adeloye. Well, just to thank you, sir, for all you have done.
Adeshina Abibat from St. Anne's Girls School. I want to encourage we Yorubas to be proud of our fatherland. I want to encourage us to know who we are, where we are, and who we ought to be among ourselves and our environment.
I'm happy to hear your comments, my granddaughter.
Okay.
Do you know the taking?
I want to appreciate your patience, but I'm sure we will all go away richer in knowledge. As Dr. Olaopa said, I sat there. In my first degree, I read history and political science in Ife so many moons ago, and I thought that I knew a lot. But listening to Baba this afternoon, I'm still going to dust my books. And you've challenged Dawn to do quite a few things. From little budget, we are trying. We are doing that. We are hoping to expand the scope of what we are doing, particularly in the area of our history and our culture. We have a sister organization called Yoruba Academy that we hope will do what Professor Siyan Oyeweso said about documenting our history. I know they are working on it. They had a temporary issue when their lease expired, but they now have a permanent site which they've gotten from the Oyo State government. And I'm sure I'll be passing on this message to the Executive Director, Dr. Adebayo. Once again, I want to say thank you. Before we do the vote of thanks, on behalf of Dawn Commission, we have a small gift for Baba. Open it, please, open it. Professor Emeritus Anthony ASIWAJU, and I will call on Professor Adeloye to come and please present the plaque to Baba ASIWAJU. Cameraman, where are you? So on behalf of Dawn Commission and on behalf of the entire people of Western Nigeria, we thank you for coming this morning / afternoon to enrich our knowledge. I want to assure you that once we have the clean copy, as you said, we are putting together all these lectures. Once we reach 10, we are publishing it, and the hope is to actually distribute it free, not to sell. That's what we want to do. We have been speaking to our states that we're going to distribute all these lectures free to a lot of people. So I want to say thank you for this, and this is our little token of appreciation. This is the 7th, so we've got 3 more before we start publishing. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Figure 7, number 7, very special. That's why God gave us the rainbow with 7 colors. And
thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Before we take the group photographs, which we are going to take, I'll call on my colleague, Victor Shengo, to give the vote of thanks, then we do the group photograph.
Thank you, sir.
Ẹ káàsán. Orúkọ tèmi ni orúkọ Remi jẹ́ òun rí Adédọ̀tun Ṣẹ̀yìngbọ́mọjẹ̀bú láti ìlú Òdèdè ọ̀rẹ́ mi wà. Ìjẹ̀bú yẹn é dánmọ́rán ṣùgbọ́n máa gbìyànjú. So a fẹ́ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn dádì wa, àwọn ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n tí wọ́n wà láàrin wa, àwọn emeritus professor. Lágbára Ọlọ́run tí àwọn Yorùbá yẹn bá ti ń jáde, àwọn òyìnbó emeritus a máa wá jáde. Òyìnbó regional integration ibi tó sá sí a máa wá jáde. Àwa wà lórí economic competitiveness desk. Tíìmù mi gbàtà bá ń ṣèpàdé, a ní kí ni Yorùbá competitiveness, a ní ṣé ìfagagbága àbí a ní tá a bá ti bá àwọn bàbá wa sọ́kàn bá wa wá Yorùbá ẹ̀ jáde. So inú wa dùn láti wà lára ẹ̀kọ́ yìí, láti kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ yìí lénìí. Mi ò ní tú padà sẹ́yìn lórí gbogbo àwọn praises táwọn èèyàn ti sọ lórí nǹkan tí ẹ ti ṣe lénìí. Ṣùgbọ́n gẹ́gẹ́ bí olórí Dawn Commission wa sọ, àwọn èyí tí ó yẹ kí a mú ṣe ní kíákíá a máa ṣe níwọ̀nba èyí tí agbára wa bá ká. And nǹkan tá a tún máa sọ ní pé àwa rí Dawn Commission gẹ́gẹ́ bí àjọ ti gbogbo wa, kò ń ṣe títí àwa tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ níbẹ̀ nìkan. Ó wù wá náà láti gbé ìpàdé yìí lọ síbi tóbi. Lágbára Ọlọ́run a máa kàn sí lára wa lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan láti ràn wá lọ́wọ́. Kankanfo yìí a lè lo họ́ọ̀lù ń bẹ̀, kan fún wa ní họ́ọ̀lù ká dẹ̀ wá nǹkan míì tá a máa gbá mọ́ lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. So gbogbo ìyẹn bóyá torí pàwa ò tí ì wá bá yín òun ni ò ṣe tí ì máa jáde, ṣùgbọ́n láti ìsìn lọ a máa lọ sí ìta. So we want to say thank you very much for coming on behalf of Dawn Commission. We are glad to have every one of us, the students, those who are coming from left their workplace to join us here. And for those who will be traveling back, we wish you safe trip back. And we hope that next time when we call you for the hate series, that you will join us and also get enriched with knowledge of who you are as a Yoruba person and get better. So thank you very much, and God bless.